everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. Another day, another saga, another really quite shocking article in, this time, the Daily Mail. I'm sure many of you have read it. The article by Sue Reed, she's a journalist, and she says that Harry's people, his researchers for his book, were in contact with her, grilling her about her research into Diana's death in that tunnel in Paris all those years ago, 25 years ago or so. And she wrote quite a chilling article alleging all kinds of conspiracy type things with security agencies and the royals and blah blah. And it didn't make for good reading, especially if you're a member of the British royal family. And so at the outset of this reading, let me just remind you, very important reminder, this is just a tarot reading for entertainment purposes or just speculation or just my opinion. I read on the royals because they're archetypal. What we learn from the royals we can apply in our own lives. And there is, of course, a written disclaimer in the box below. I have the Edgar Allan Poe tarot on the table, and I think it's the same tarot deck that I used for a reading I did a very long time ago in the very early days of this channel, on the rumor that Prince Harry or Harry's people were talking to Mohammed Al Fayed in Switzerland. That was reading number 268 on the Royals playlist, the previous Royals playlist, the 2022 Royals playlist. It's called Dead Man Talking. You can go and have a look at it. It was quite a chilling reading. I can remember it. I went back very briefly before doing this reading and just had a quick look at the cards that I pulled in that reading. I didn't want to get the energy of that reading too much into this reading because I want to start this reading fresh. But it seems that there are going to be accusations in the book that is coming out this weekend. I think it's this weekend, that the royals were implicated in Diana's death, that it was a conspiracy to silence her, to get rid of her, or whatever. Or allegedly, let's throw in millions of allegedlys and speculatings and disclaimers all over this reading from beginning to end. But I'm going to use the Edgar Allan Poe tarot and just have a look at it from Harry's point of view, because this is something he is clearly obsessed with. And one can understand that he may be obsessed. So I want to know, as I shuffle the cards a little bit more, as I talk to you, I want to know what he believes and who might have encouraged those beliefs, shall we just say. Who he blames for Diana's death. Is it the press? Is it the royals? Any particular member of the royal family? The intelligence agencies? Who does he blame? And then we're going to ask, were they to blame, really? There have been many inquiries, two at least, official ones. Drunken driver, no seatbelt, that's the outcome of both of them. Tom Bauer had written a book and was invited to Paris in the aftermath of the death, and he says that Mohammed Al Fayed and Dodi were to a large extent to blame, and have been trying to throw shade on other people to deflect attention, Mohammed Al Fayed, to deflect attention from his own complicity, his own guilt. That's Tom Bauer's take on the whole thing. So we're going to ask that. Then we're going to ask why the Daily Mail published this quite incendiary article today. What are they up to today? Fanning the flames. What's going on? And then we're going to ask what Harry is going to be saying in his book about all of this, and then we're going to get an outcome card as well. It's a bit of an unsavory reading. I can't say that I'm relishing doing it, but it's there. I had other things planned for today. I will do one of the other readings that I had planned. I was going to read on other things, more light-hearted things. This is pretty grim, in my opinion, and hurtful for everyone involved. Let's just say I can't see anything good that can come out of any of this at this late stage. And one does wish that Diana could be left to rest in peace. She had her flaws. She was a lovely woman. She did a lot of good, but as I say, she also had her moments, had her problems, and really don't think anything good can come from this, but we'll see. We'll see what the cards want to tell us. The Edgar Allan Poe tarot underlying energy of this reading is the Two of Swords in reverse. Somebody has come to a decision about something, a difficult decision. They're going to go for it. In the upright, the card is hesitation. You've got a difficult decision to make and you don't really want to do it, and you're at a crossroads, and so you hesitate. But the card has come out in the reverse. This is the underlying energy. Somebody has decided to go for it. However difficult, however controversial, however much pain this may cause, they have decided, the blindfold has come off, and they've decided, well, damn it, I'm just going to go for it. A delayed decision that's now finally made, and commitment to a path may not be a wise path, but the path is taken. That is the Two of Swords in reverse. So that's quite a telling energy for this reading. So I'll explain the cards as I go along. First one is just to tell us what we're dealing with. What's the big issue here? What's going on? As far as universe wants to know, and we get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's very interesting because this card came up also in reverse in that previous reading. I'm feeling a bit chilled. There was talk that there was money involved. One of the reasons I did that reading was that people were claiming, speculating, let's use that word, and let's just put that word all over this reading as well. People were speculating that Muhammad Al-Fayed might in fact be backing the Harkles. And if it is, it's clandestine, it's behind the scenes because the card is in reverse. But it's also, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is choosing a wrong path, following a wrong narrative. And I think that that's more important in this reading, because we're talking about why Harry is so obsessed with the story. I do understand. I do. I have some sympathy for him in this matter. I do. And there is a lot of misinformation out there, and theories and speculation, and it's gone on for 25 years, most of his adult life. Well, from before his adult life, this has been a thing. And anyone with internet access can go and Google and find all kinds of weird things. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Scarab Beetle in reverse, is telling me that he's picked a wrong path. This is not a path that is stable, that is going to take him a long way, a long journey, a prosperous journey, a solid, stable path. This is an unstable path, a path that is not prosperous, a path that is going to possibly even lead to ruin. And I say that advisedly, and that of course is just my opinion as a tarot reader. I don't like that card coming out here. And we're talking from Harry's point of view. Harry, who's made a decision, and I was talking about this Two of Swords being, you're just going to commit to a path, whether it's the right path or not, when the card is in reverse. And this telling me, or not the right path. But let's have a look at, what does Harry believe about his mother's death? Page of Swords. I would say that's a conspiracy. And I just, I meant to say it in my preamble, but I got sidetracked. Because there is, of course, the other weird story that's doing the rounds that Harry Markle and her blog came up with this dinner talk that apparently Harry is guilty of. I don't mean guilty in the legal sense, but he is doing dinner parties, talking to people, business associates, and making all kinds of wild allegations about his father and his father's involvement in not only Diana's death, allegedly, but also the death of Lord Mountbatten, killed by the IRA in that bombing in Ireland in, I think it was 1979. Very strange. People have made very uncomfortable by it, apparently making potential investors look at him askance and think, do we really want to be associated with this whack job? But I just want to put that out there. We're dealing with somebody who's got their tinfoil hat right on, who's gone down conspiracy alley, perhaps to his detriment. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is internet, is staying up late at night, looking at stuff, conspiracy theories online, being suspicious, being wary, doing research. So he's definitely spent maybe a little bit too much time, and I say this as somebody who spends maybe a little bit too much time on the internet too, doing research for this channel. Yeah, he's doing internet research. He's out there, he's looking, he's reading, he's making notes. That's what the Page of Swords does. It's wary in the ARY sense of wary. It's researching, it's doubting, it's suspicious. it's guarded, it's got its sword out there, it's trying to find the truth, and it might have some quite nasty things to say when it does find the truth. So who has sowed the seeds, or is this just something he's cooked up by himself? And I don't mean cooked up, because it's out there. It's not like he made it up. It's out there. Who is encouraging this? Possibly somebody. We've got an Ace of Swords in reverse. I'm not getting a person here with the Ace of Swords, even though one might be tempted to think that there is a person involved. There could be a person with that open window and that purple bit of cloth that the crow has brought back in, or whatever it is. I'm not very good with birds. It could be her with that open window and that balcony and a bit of a Montecito vibe. It could be her, but she's not coming out loud and proud with it. Somebody who is encouraging it behind the scenes with that card in the reverse. Somebody is being deceptive and duplicative. Can't even speak now. Duplicitous. This reading is making me anxious. Somebody who has their own agenda, their own axe to grind, who isn't necessarily being honest. And we get back to the man in Switzerland and that previous reading of mine, dead man talking. Perhaps herself as well, perhaps. I can't hand on heart say it's either of them, but there is encouragement in the background, and it is deceptive. The Ace of Swords upright is clarity, truth, vision, ideas, gifts, mental gifts. In the reverse, it's lies, it's deception, it's confusion, it's doubt, it's all of those nasty things. It's being encouraged, and it's being encouraged surreptitiously by whoever. I can't hand on heart say it's the one in Switzerland or the one in Montecito. Can't. Air sign for what it's worth, but it could be anyone out there. But he's definitely bought into this conspiracy theory. We'll find out if it's really a conspiracy theory or if there's more to it than those investigations have told us. Or Sue Reed certainly thinks there is more to it than we have been told, us in the general public. So let's see, who does he blame for his mother's death? Who does Harry blame? Oh my goodness. Oh, his father. It couldn't be clearer. I have to throw that card away because it's freaking me out so much. He definitely blames his father. Madness, I have to say, my personal opinion, this is just crazy. Why would Charles arrange a hit on his ex-wife, who seemingly was really succeeding in damaging her own reputation? Why would it be an issue? He's done absolutely nothing with Harry and Meghan, who are damaging their own reputation. So why would he arrange a hit? I don't even want to say those words. I am just reading cards here and repeating what the card is telling me there. The Emperor is, of course, the king. So that's what I have to say as a tarot reader. This is what Harry is thinking. Right? I have to pick up the next card, even though I don't want to. Maybe I won't even upload this reading. This reading is freaking me out. For the purposes of this tarot reading, for entertainment purposes only, according to the cards, did Charles have something to do with this? And we get Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse. And judgment is about bad decisions and being judged. Judgment. It's not a card that I would like to see. I think that it is referring to Harry's own view of it. I do not think that this card is about actual fact. I think that this is what Harry thinks, that his father made this decision and made an error of judgment and will be judged for it. That is what I am taking off that card. I had to have a little pause and a little nervous breakdown at that point and go and get the book, to the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, and look at the meaning of the card in the reverse. And the keywords are guilt and regret. And now I've lost the page of it. Guilt and regret. Guilt and regret. I'm going to show you. There they are. You can see. Reverse, doubt, fear, ignorance, regret, guilt, impediments. And I think what this card is telling me, and I'm confident that what this card is telling me, and I can breathe again after my near collapse, is that Harry blames his father for the divorce and for taking away the security and leaving Diana vulnerable and exposed. And that is what this judgment card is about. It's not about conspiracies. It's not about getting MI5 or MI6 or whoever involved. It's none of those sinister and terrible things that could potentially be, and Sue Reed was talking about, and I am just doing a tarot reading on what she wrote on the Daily Mail, saw fit to print. This is about Harry blames his father, and at some level I think that King Charles, I reduced him to Prince in this reading, King Charles too possibly feels guilty. He was of course the one that got on the plane immediately, took Diana's sisters with him, went over to Paris immediately, but there is guilt here in this card, feeling that things could have been done differently, not complicity in a terrible thing, a conspiracy, not at all, but personal guilt about the divorce, about the way the marriage failed, about the way he failed as a husband, about all of those things. That's guilt that Charles carries around, and Harry probably knows about it, and Harry is probably going to tell us all about it in the book, and shame on him for that, in my opinion. But anyway, we got through the crisis. And it was a crisis, and I'm going to collapse at the end of this reading. But let's move on. And let's move on to the next line of cards, and let's see why the Daily Mail is publishing this article today. What are they up to? What is going on? High Priestess secrets. Secrets, secrets, secrets. They have secrets, and they want to let it know that they have secrets. There is stuff. There is stuff floating around. And I don't think that this is a message to the royal family of, oi, we've got secrets on you. Might be, but I think this is a message to Harry that we're gonna get there first and tell the secrets that you're going to spill in your book. We're going to spill first. We're going to take the wind out of your sails by revealing the secret now, the High Priestess secret. Bit of a Diana vibe here. There's a mausoleum, there's the moon with that High Priestess. We're going to get there first and reveal the secrets because we have other secrets. That's my personal interpretation of this card. Beware. We have secrets. There is seemingly litigation going on, more litigation in the background. The traitor thing, I'm going to read on that. The list that I very seldom get to. I think that this is a message to Harry. Beware. Beware. We know stuff too. You think you know stuff? You think you figured out secrets? We know stuff too. They're playing games. Newspapers do that. They're making money. They got inordinate number of clicks on that, I'm sure. People are gasped. People, oh no, horror. What is happening? The world is coming to an end, and it's pretty gloomy. I have to say this year has started off pretty gloomy with what's going on in China and other places. But anyway, let's stick here with the royals. We read on the royals for reasons, also for diversion, for entertainment purposes, and I do mean that sincerely, even though today has not, for me anyway, been entertaining at all. Let us see what Harry is going to say in his book. I get this. Daddy is to blame, indirectly to blame. What is he going to say in the book? Yeah, the moon in reverse. Another Diana card, and it's another one about secrets and shadows and the secrets coming out. We've got two secrets coming out here. They kind of match each other, actually, the moon and the High Priestess. But it's going to be saying all that stuff you suspected, all that stuff you believed, these are my suspicions. These are the things that I believe. It was shadowy. It's taken me a long time. I've gone digging around because for me, this was always shrouded in mystery. My mother's death, what really happened to her. And I have spent a long time investigating because I am the hero's son. William didn't do it. I did it. This is going to be his story. This is what makes him special. In his mind, William just accepted the story and got on with his life. William didn't. William went around and talked to people, apparently, to find out the truth about his mother. But Harry refused to go along. Now Harry, coming up behind, trying to overtake William, saying, I investigated all of these rumours, all of these conspiracy theories. I bothered to find out the truth and to reveal the truth. And the truth is that my father has a moral culpability for my mother's death. That's the story. How's it going to play? How are people going to respond to this? And it's not going to go down well. It's not going to go down well. We've got the Two of Wands here, and it's the Two of Wands in reverse. It's a partnership, but a narrative, a plan. The Two of Wands is about plans. It's a plan that is not going to succeed. It's not going to succeed. He needs to wake up. He needs to have his own judgment call here, his own awakening, and to see the truth of the situation. But this is a plan. This was him and his ghostwriter. This was the plan. This was the narrative. This was the book that they planned to write, or the publisher, or whoever. This is the tack you need to take. This is how we're going to get money. This is how we're going to sell millions of copies. But it's not going to work out. People are just not interested anymore. 25 years, they've had enough. So that is the reading. Sorry, it was a bit hair-raising in the middle there. But remember, moral culpability, not actual culpability. That is the message of this reading. I have to stress that. Absolutely. And thank you for watching. You might need to crawl away too now. I'm going to crawl away for a little while and then come back with the next reading, and hope to see you over there.